Hey, Boaz here with Next Pittsburgh. I'm in McKees Rocks to go behind the scenes of the Roxian Theater. This venue has been a lot of things over the years, and we're going to learn more about that from Jordan here, who works with the Roxian and Live Nation. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here today, Boaz. You ready to see the venue?
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
check it out. Well, I've been promised a lot of things here because this has had so many lives over the years. So I guess it started as a vaudeville house in the 1920s.
Yeah, it's lived many lives. Vaudeville house, movie theater, banquet hall. There was even like a bowling alley attached to the venue as well. So there's been a lot of things over the years. But, since we took it over as, a new music venue with Live Nation, we try to give that elevated concert going experience for the fans that come through the door.
Yeah, so already just coming in here, you see there's like original molding, but then obviously a lot of this tile work and a lot of this other stuff is more modern.
We tried to revamp it and keep that historic feel.
And so, who've been some of the recent artists who've played here?
Oh man, so many artists. I mean, we've had over the years like, Bob Weir's come through here, Jack Harlow, and then we do comedy, dance parties, podcasts. I mean, really, it's no limit to what we can do in this space.
Well, let's get up here because I love some of this. I imagine this is original to when it was a vaudeville house, some of this stuff.
Yeah, we've had like a lot of local people come in to just help restore the building.
And so, do you know where those like box seats up there, where those windows are?
Yeah, well, I think it was like box seating here, almost like an opera house kind of.
Or like watching like My Max or like someone like if the dog jumping through a hoop. Like, what do you have any sense of what that must have been? Like, was Charlie Chaplin doing stuff on here?
You never know, honestly.
What is this thing? Is this like because when the floor was lower, I guess this could have been an entrance to backstage or who knows what?
Who knows? Honestly, there's so many mysteries of this building that I feel like we're still uncovering, like what this could have been. And then you'll just walk up these steps to get to our balcony seating.
Oh wow, what's cool because you're so much closer to the ceiling to see these little like pendants or whatever those are. They're beautiful.
All the details, of the building, and it's a great view, really. I mean, to me, there's no bad seat in the house at all.
Feels like it's weird, but you still feel very close to the stage.
You do, yeah.
Okay, so now we're on the top floor here.
Skybox Lounge. So this is our VIP lounge. So this is an upgrade that fans can purchase.
I love how this looks. It just feels like you're like perched right on top. It's like you're a little tree house in the theater.
Little treehouse in the theater. I like it. I like it. Yeah, no, it really does give that unique view of the stage. And then we have a private bar here as well. So one thing I wanted to showcase here in our bar, we have our Front Row IPA. It's the collaboration we did with Helltile Brewing. It's available at every show and only here at the Roxian Theater. So you can't get it anywhere else.
Okay, so we're heading down into the basement now.
It's the basement area. So, guest comes down here. We have two restrooms down there. We have a coat check. There's a mural that we recently did by Phil Seth Creative, was the muralist. He also did the artwork for our Roxian beer collab.
Yeah. And then over here, these are various things, most of which you found in the building during various construction projects.
Yeah, in the building, the McKees Rocks, community development organization as well, gave us some items, old popcorn boxes. You have candy, milk does, that logo doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that anymore.
You can see like these photos of what the building used to look like. There was billboards on the side here. You can see the variation in the marquees.
Yeah, it's gone through a lot of iterations, the front of the building.
Both inside and out.
Whoever was selling tickets, they were just making little tick marks whenever they sold a ticket. So there's like newsreel, comedy.
I like to say our systems are a little more advanced than those processes, but
I don't know what this is advertising, but it's adults only.
right, I know. But this
Say, oh my gosh, it says a new sex craze. The burning question. What is this?
quite a spicy film. I would imagine. Our plan is to restore a lot of this and be able to put it up and just add some character and show people what the building was like beforehand.
And then over here, you found like the old projector from when it was a movie house in like the 30s and 40s.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? I mean, look how massive this thing is, right? I mean, like, part of me wants to put it together and see what we can do with it. For me, this is the real crown jewel of the building here, something that most people don't get a chance to see. This is the headlining artist green room. I would say it is the best green room in all of Pittsburgh.
Let's see. Let's go inside.
This is the original Roxian logo we put in here. A nice, swanky, comfortable furniture here, a whole bar and a kitchen area. And we just try to make it homey. You know, a lot of these artists, they're on their buses, they're traveling from city to city. And as luxurious as being in a tour bus may sound, it can be quite, tight. So, artists come here, they have a place where they can spread out, they can relax, they can shower, they can listen to music.
And this space down here, this would have been the Third Dimension, like nightclub a couple decades ago.
Yeah. Which Third Dimension, I mean, great name for a nightclub, by the way. But yeah, no, this is where that area would have been. So this is, a flood that happened way back when. It says March 18th, 1936. You see how high that water was, which is quite crazy. But the Roxy Theater and bowling alley. So it was a bowling alley underneath the venue here.
Presumably, maybe right here in this space.
Yeah, exactly. So it might be kind of hard to bowl with all this water here, but but I had read somewhere there was a Guinness World Record of someone here at the Roxanne who beat like a strike record. It had a world record at our bowling alley here. So we're over here in this bathroom is super nice, right? Because bathrooms, right? That's something that may be an afterthought in a lot of spaces, but like you want to have a nice bathroom, whether you're a fan attending the show or you're the artist who just wants to, get ready to perform.
Think about all the famous musicians and podcast hosts who have showered or used this toilet. It's fun to think about. Okay, so now we're following the signs to the stage. So this is sort of the route that the artist would take to get to the stage.
Exactly. Yep. So we're gonna walk up these stairs here.
And there it is, stage door. Oh, wow. And just like looking up, like it's just like it's like I don't even know what. It's like feels like it's like 6 stories tall above the stage. So are there like a bunch of like ladders and stuff you can get all the way to the top to like rehang the curtain or do anything?
I believe. Well, that's not really my job, right?
They don't let you up there.
They don't let me up there for good reason. But yeah, I think it's just amazing, just like how tall like all of this is, right? How much space it is, So before the building was reopened in 2019,
Before it was like something called like the Emerald Room or something.
So a lot of this original stuff we see here, we can step a little further. A lot of this was just covered over, right? As you can see with the drop ceiling and everything. So we wanted to make sure that we.
Oh my gosh, it looks totally different. They have all this
right?
blue stuff everywhere, and there are these
The
weird
pit and
white
everything
tiles.
wasn't dipped down. So we're just wanted to make sure that like there's so much history of this that we just didn't want to be covered up.
So with like all the sort of things that you can fly in and out and the lights, where do they control all that from?
Control over here. All the lights and stuff, we have guys controlling that. Sometimes, artists may bring their own teams, sometimes we have our staff controlling it as well. But yeah, all the magic happens here and, everyone's playing their role. We have a bar here, fully stocked with, craft beers, cocktails, mocktails, whatever you need. And then over in that area, artists usually set up merchandise. So, usually the headlining artists and the support acts. With this being a Live Nation venue, we are part of the On the Road Again program. So artists get, extra incentives for playing in our rooms, to get, extra compensation as well. And, for a lot of these smaller artists, it helps them out a ton, right? Because they're on the road, especially if they're like independent, really figuring it out on their own. We try to step in and just thank them for playing our rooms and hopefully just continue to build that relationship and that investment. So they play these smaller rooms for us, and then later on they can continue to grow. We can continue to support them in a variety of ways.
Gosh, well, thanks so much for the tour, Jordan. This was so cool.
This was great. Thank you so much for coming out. Hopefully we can get you guys to come out for a show sometime soon.
Yeah, sounds good. We can have our Yinzer Backstage Pass like rap party here.
That sounds good to me. Just let us know. Yeah, any event you guys want to do, we'd be happy to host you.